What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Crypto Camel video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Newton. So Newton is a Canadian-based exchange and more of a custodian. So this is a great website to get your foot in the door into cryptocurrency. They don't have a lot of tokens to choose from, but most of the popular ones are on there, and hopefully they're going to add some more in the future. Now, I want to give you guys my 2 cents because I've been using Newton almost about a year now. And I want to tell you guys about my experience, the things I like, the things I don't like, areas for improvement, and just stuff that, I'd like to share with you guys so you have that knowledge, you have that insight. So first things first, I want to say that Newton, kudos to them. They helped me get my foot in the door with purchasing crypto. And Newton presents itself as a very simple, minimalistic, elegant, very nice dark themed. It's very nice on the eyes. When you're trading, it's very nicely designed, very center focused. You can see your portfolio. You can hover your mouse over and see, what is dominating the most in your portfolio, whether it be XLM or your Canadian funds. One pro I'm going to say about Newton is that very easy to get funds out. So they're the only exchange that I know of that you can do free Canadian withdrawals. So say you converted your cryptocurrency to this $4,000, you can withdraw this $4,000 free of charge. So there's no withdrawal fee, which is sick. That's dope because compared to NDAX does have a withdrawal fee of 25 Canadian dollars. So for people who are doing small trades, maybe, you're just getting your foot through the door, this is going to be a lifesaver to save you from those fees. Now, when it comes to trading coins and when you're trading on Newton, don't be fooled. There is a spread. And so they might, present themselves as being feeless, but it's not the case. Where NDAX has like a 0.2% fee on trades, Newton kind of just slips it into the trade as a spread. So there is still a fee that you're paying. Sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's worse. So sometimes the fee is worse. So that's one thing that's kind of like, just one thing to know of that's a con. Another thing is that the trades that you do are not going to be, don't expect to be doing limit orders. You can't do anything like that. You can't do limit orders or anything more sophisticated than that. At the moment, all you can do is just simple market buys and market sells. Now, that's what's funny because Newton is saying, hey, buy more instantly. But I don't know if you can even say that's a feature because you can go on any exchange and buy instantly. It's just called a market buy. When I did use the app wasn't really fluid. I recommend people, at least on the Android side of things, I recommend that you use the web client. Just using the web client is very effective. I had no issues withdrawing funds from Newton to like my NDAX wallet. I didn't have any problems like that. I even in the past used a miner and deposited XMR Monero funds into my Newton wallet successfully. So I had no problems there. In terms of security, they do have a really strong Reddit community. And the owner is pretty active on the subreddit. So they have a lot of members on there, I think over 1,000. And if you have any questions, usually people are quick to answer. One thing that does suck with Newton is Newton doesn't support SegWit wallets. Their Litecoin wallet is legacy. Their Bitcoin wallet is legacy. So just something to know of. Most people won't care about that, but just something to be aware of. One thing that I do want to go over is their, commitment to security and having third-party custody of the funds. So pretty good. They still do mention that, they recommend putting their stuff, your funds on cold storage. So like a hardware wallet, like a ledger. I think that the security on NDAX is on another level. And because of that, I'm more committed to trading on NDAX and seeing them as kind of the next step up. Newton isn't bad, but I feel like Newton is just a well-rounded beginner platform. And the big advantage Newton has is the feeless, the zero fee Canadian withdrawals from your wallet. Now, one thing that I want to make you guys aware of with Newton that really, really can be really aggravating is that when you add funds to your Newton wallet as an e-transfer, sometimes it can take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour. It's not the most pleasant. NDAX is registered for auto deposit. With NDAX, you just put a message that corresponds with your account, and your funds can be in there in like a minute or 2 minutes, really quick. And that can be like a make or break it moment. A lot of people were raging on the subreddit with their e-transfers being delayed for like hours or days. And that can be the difference between like buying a dip and missing out, right? So that is really important. And I think as you guys start doing bigger trades, you'll really see that it's worth paying a little bit and having quick service, quick support. On the note on support too, let's talk about this, because with XRP, if you guys aren't aware, it still hasn't dropped, but the Flare token airdrop, which presumably is going to kind of manifest in summer of this year, Newton didn't support it. So I had like some XRP in my Newton wallet, and I messaged them via email, and it took a couple days, and they said, no, we're not supporting it, but feel free to move your funds and then move them back. Because during that airdrop, you'd get a snapshot. And if your wallet, if your exchange supported it, you'd get a reward. And who doesn't want free money? Who doesn't want like a reward? I know I do. I know you would probably want it. And so it kind of sucked. I was like, great, like they're not supporting the airdrop that occurred in late 2020. So I had to move it to NDAX. NDAX did support it. NDAX made it clear with a blog about, how to do it step by step. So I really appreciate that from NDAX, because that's big value. Like imagine if someone was invested heavily in XRP, that alone could make them transition to a new platform, a wallet, an exchange that supports it. So that's one con, is that they weren't supporting the airdrop. Another con is, they tout this like buy more instantly, but that's just a market buy and sell. It's nothing fabulous at the end of the day. I do give them a great props, like when it comes to the user interface. It's very nicely designed. It's very easy on the eyes when you guys use it. It's very easy to understand when you're doing your withdrawals, when you're doing your deposits. Definitely, it's pretty simple. The other con I would say is that you're not going to see, candles and nice indicators of moments in time with the trade. Where on NDAX, you'll see Doge drop to like 5 cent, this cent, and you see like every 1 minute, 5 minute. NDAX really butchers it, Newton really butchers it and shows you just very general peaks and drops, stuff that are not realistic. And the prices of coins refresh every second or so, but it's not on the level of something like Binance. I would say NDAX is like your Binance. It's like your Canadian Binance. It doesn't have as many coins as Binance, and that's another discussion. But if you want to do serious trades, if you want to do swing trading, if you want to do really serious, like narrow down and do nice limit orders, then you want to hop on NDAX. And I will make a video talking about NDAX and showing some trading on NDAX. But Newton, again, got me my foot through the door. And Newton did scrap one of their features. They used to have this feature where it was kind of like a phantom deposit. You could have like up to 10 grand or something immediately accessible to trade. And then in a few business days, it would be wired from your bank. But unfortunately, they stopped supporting that. They dropped it. They kind of low-key did it, which kind of, it was upsetting to see that they dropped the feature. And this is the ultimate con I'm going to talk about Newton. And that is security, guys. Like, security is so important. I'm going to make a video talking about SIM swapping and people getting their accounts compromised. And it's important that you guys use an authenticator app. I'm going to be investing in something like a YubiKey, physical key, so I can use that also. Security is something you definitely want to maximize. You don't want to play risky with security. And on the subject of security, I actually made a slideshow and I sent it to Newton. They still haven't corrected it. But if you guys try to do a password reset, even like on a gaming company like Blizzard, right? The guys who make World of Warcraft, Diablo, with them, they understand that perceived security is important too. So we're going to talk about 2FA, but let's first talk about perceived security. And here with Newton, if I enter an email address, I'm doing a password reset here, right? Just a dummy one. If I enter an email address that's just a dummy one, what do I get? We get like an error. Hey, there's no active user associated with this email. And this is dangerous because this is not good. This implies that, hey, like the email address you entered is not registered with Newton, and they should not be disclosing this information to the public. This information should be hidden. It should be occulted. They shouldn't be saying, hey, this email address exists. Because if you enter an email address that exists, they'll say, okay, password reset has been sent. So this is something that they should update. They should change this vocabulary to not disclose whether an email address exists or not. The other issue with security on Newton is you have SMS two-factor authentication, which is better than nothing, but it's not good because in the future I'll make a video about SIM swapping. They do support Authy, so Authy is their 2FA authenticator, but they don't give you a QR code so that you can use Google or you can use Microsoft Authenticator. They don't do that, which is unfortunate. So security, for me, like when we look at everything as a whole, yeah, you can buy things instantly. You can e-transfer. You can pull out Canadian funds feeless. Their fees are really weird, guys. Like they have some news about crypto withdrawals, and they were talking about surge pricing. So they've been experiencing peak traffic. Obviously, a lot of people are using Bitcoin and buying and investing. So we've been bombarded with traffic. However, their pricing is inconsistent. I've withdrawn Litecoin with no fee, and it says it's covered. And Newton is saying they'll cover some of the fees up to a certain extent. But sometimes you want to withdraw like Bitcoin or you want to withdraw something else, and the fees are exponentially higher than NDAX. And the nice thing about NDAX, which I'll make a video on, is that it's predictable. You see the fees, they're always the same. The fees are always, you know what you're going to pay. But Newton, you could be withdrawing a considerable amount of Ethereum, of Bitcoin, and man, GG no re. Like, it's going to be a high fee. So at the end of the day, I think Newton is okay to get your foot through the door. Some of the stuff is cool. Like, I like the elegant design. I like that some stuff are completely covered, like Litecoin withdrawals. However, it sucks with some of the withdrawal fees for Bitcoin, Ethereum. It takes a long time to deposit your Canadian funds. So that's a really big con. Security is not that great. There's no limit orders. So at the end of the day, it does have a purpose. Newton does have a purpose, but it's more for the beginner trader, and it's more to get your foot through the door to something more serious, such as Binance, such as NDAX. And the nice thing is that Binance even supports using Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator, and even Binance supports YubiKey, which NDAX and Newton do not. But Binance is better as a global one because you cannot deposit Canadian funds. If you want to use Binance, you'd have to buy USDT with your Canadian funds, transfer the USDT to Binance, and then buy something with that. Or Bitcoin or something, but USDT would probably be cheaper to avoid this surge pricing. So at the end of the day, does Newton suck? Is it bad? Newton's okay. Newton's decent. My opinions on Newton have become a little worse over time as I've been using NDAX, because I've compared them apples to oranges with like buying Bitcoin, and the spread of Newton in most cases would be the same as NDAX, if not worse. And if you take into consideration surge pricing, yeah, the only thing great going about it is the subtleties there. The nice design, the feeless withdrawals. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys haven't registered with Newton and you would like to, I would extremely appreciate it if you use my referral link. You'll get $25. I get $25 once you guys do a trade of $100 or more. And if you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'm making daily uploads. So I'm making uploads that are both global and Canadian. So it's kind of a mixture of them both. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep hodling, keep investing. When in doubt, zoom out. And if you have any questions or anything, drop them in the comments and I'll try my best to respond. Take care.